I don't want to jump scare you, but this is going to be another get ready with me. So I'm just covered in tinted sunscreen and I'm super, super shiny. I'm getting ready, but I don't know what I'm getting ready for. So I'm not exactly sure how much makeup to wear. I'm not exactly sure how hot and sweaty I'm going to get. So how much makeup am I going to like straight up sweat off? I'm not really sure what we're doing. But I have put on a pretty thick layer of this CRV sheer tint light colored SPF 30, which is zinc 5.5 and no, zinc 10 and titanium 5.5. So that is like setting up. It takes a while for that to dry. So I'm gonna do like a really quick get ready with me. I don't exactly know what we're doing. I'm new here in town. We moved here in January and settled down. It's the first time we've ever been in any one place for more than a few weeks or up to a month in a while. And I've made a friend, I hope. Michael and I were at the local coffee shop that we like so much about a week ago. And this woman, I'm 40 and I still call myself a girl. So I don't mean this insulting when I call all other women around my age a girl. This really, really nice woman, probably a little younger than me. It just feels weird to call myself a woman. I don't know. I still think of myself as a girl. Youthful energy, I guess. She wanted to pet my dog and she came over and my dog was an absolute ass. She didn't want anything to do with her. Barked, growled, stay away. Our dog is a complete pandemic puppy and we have been trying so hard to teach her that strangers are not dangerous, but she spent the first 2.5, 3 years of her life avoiding people and it's been a whole thing. And this sweet, sweet lady, woman, girl, she really wanted to pet my dog and I felt so bad, but Abra was just not having it. And she does have a dog of her own. And sometimes Abra, our dog, does not do well with people when they smell like another dog. She gets immediately defensive. So we were just joking about how we would have to introduce them slowly. And I said, next time I'll bring cheese. And the next thing I know, we were swapping phone numbers and agreeing to meet up today. And I'm super, super, super excited for it. But I'm not quite sure what it was we agreed to do. We agreed to meet at the same coffee shop, local coffee shop. But I'm not sure if we're meeting to get coffee, and I'm not sure if we're going for a walk after the coffee, or if we talked about going for a walk, or did we talk about meeting at the coffee shop and then going for a really, really long walk. And in Florida, you know, if you're going just like, in my case, if I'm just going around the retention pond one time on the sidewalk, I'm probably not going to wear sunscreen. I'll just take a hat. But if we're meeting at the coffee shop and we're going to spend our entire lunch break trying to put in 3.5 or 4 miles, I'm definitely going to put on sunscreen for that. So I guess I'm trying to be prepared for all possible scenarios. I could text her and ask, but I don't want to sound like I wasn't paying attention. But in hindsight, I can't remember if we said we were going to go for a long walk or a short walk. And I can't remember if we said we were getting coffee. So I've tried not to drink too much coffee this morning, but as you can tell, it doesn't take much coffee before I get all jazzed up and hyper. So I hope that I'm not putting on too much makeup and I'm just going to turn around and just sweat all this off. I'm having another retin-A peel, which is another reason why I want to wear a pretty thick layer of sunscreen. I don't like being this shiny though. And I'm going to feel really stupid if I show up and we were just going to grab coffee and sit under the umbrella and I'm shining like I'm from outer freaking space. With, what did I say? How much percent zinc? 10% zinc. But then I'm also going to feel really bad if I show up thinking we're just going to walk around the retention pond once and we go for like a full 4 miles in the Florida sun. I feel really bad that my face is peeling. No. I have another project pan completion, I guess. That was my CoverGirl powder. Oh no. It's toasted. It is so done for. I think this is the second time I have shattered one of these on camera. Oh my god. That just happened. I feel like I did this once before. I just reached for it. I'm over caffeinated. I'm super hyper. I'm all over the place. I'm excited. This is the last powder that I have left. This is my MAC studio fix. According to my no-buy rules, I didn't expect to be talking about my no-buy now, but according to my no-buy rules, I don't buy anything unless I am down to my absolute last one and I have no backup. So I gotta be thinking now what powder I want to buy next. I love the CoverGirl powder, and I'm the clumsy one who keeps dropping it. But I'm kind of wondering if the packaging is just maybe, like, I wonder if I had dropped that MAC, would it have also shattered like that? I don't know. I did not try to salvage any of it. I will do a lot of things for project panning, and I keep a very clean house, but I am never gonna try to salvage makeup that falls onto the floor in my bathroom just in case it's gonna be going on my face. I'm not taking any chances with anything there. But I mean, my bathroom is probably clean enough that I could, but we're not playing with that. Okay, so is it too much blush? I don't want to look hot and sweaty even before I get hot and sweaty. This really is a good lip liner. I've talked a lot about how it's old and it's past its prime, but I do think it's a good one. It definitely holds up for most of the day, even after I've eaten and drank, and I can see that my liquid lipstick has kind of worn off. I think I still see that Charlotte Tilbury just a little bit. All right, there's going to be a sun hat if we go for a real walk, and I do have sunscreen on the backs of my hands and on my neck. Kind of hoping that we're taking a real walk. I am taking Abra with us because we are trying to get her to be friends with this girl, lady, and I will let you know how the date goes with a little clip after this. Wish me luck. I'm always looking for new friends, especially right here in my neighborhood. I would love to have some more real life in-person friends, and I'm really excited for this one. Well, the sunscreen was probably not necessary. I drove over to this part of the neighborhood to meet at my favorite coffee shop for coffee, but they are extending the neighborhood and doing development, so there's a controlled burn going on right now, and it's way too foggy, smoky out there, it stinks. To actually go for a walk outside. So we stayed at the coffee shop in the shade in the air conditioning and just chatted for about an hour and a half. But this new person that I have met is so nice. I'm really loving living in Celebration, Florida. There's so many people here. They're all, the ones that we've met have been so outgoing and so nice and so friendly. And she has a dog too. Her dog is 3. My little boohoo here. She will be 6 this year. So we just shared dog stories for like an hour, and we have a lot in common. I really, really appreciate the chance to meet somebody new and would love to hang out again. Michael and I have moved around quite a lot. We first tried to move to Florida in 2022 and had a really hard time finding friends and a social network. So we just decided if we're gonna be not having a roots put down anywhere or a social network of people that we see regularly, we will just travel all the time. And we spent the last most of 2024 and all of 2025 just bouncing around. And we were both really ready to settle down and meet friends and find a community. So we spent the last few months of 2025 just kind of auditioning different places in Florida. And we really, really just loved Celebration. It seemed like everybody that we met here was so friendly and outgoing. They wanted to do things. They were active. I don't care what age a person is, if they're younger than me or older than me, as long as they want to do things. Get out and make memories together. And I just had the best time today meeting somebody new. So all the sunscreen wasn't necessary, but that's okay. I'm trying to pan it anyway. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching.